Funding for the Mind Matters, Building Skills and Breaking Barriers, the Clubhouse Atlanta Way podcast was provided by a grant through the Hirsch Legacy Fund. The Hirsch Legacy Fund supports nonprofit organizations serving communities in Atlanta, Georgia, the U.S., and Israel with projects focusing on mental health, underserved communities, and Jewish causes. Visit HirschLegacyFund.org and discover more about their mission to help others. Welcome to our podcast, Mind Matters, Building Skills and Breaking Barriers, the Clubhouse Atlanta Way. Hosted by and about Clubhouse Atlanta members, our show features inspiring discussions that inform, uplift, and empower as we work together to build a world where mental health challenges no longer stand in the way of fulfilling careers, relationships, and lives. Be sure you visit our website at www.clubhouseatlanta.org. While you're there, subscribe to us at your favorite network. Now, let's shine a light on strengths and potential rather than limitations.
Welcome to our Clubhouse Atlanta podcast. Today I have Damon and Tracy with Clubhouse International.
Thank you for having us, Vincent. I'm Damon Talbot. I am a Clubhouse member from the Alliance House, which is in Salt Lake City, Utah. And I'm here with Clubhouse International faculty doing Clubhouse Atlanta's accreditation. We're just really happy to be here.
Thank you. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tracy Rowe, and I work at a clubhouse in Saginaw, Michigan called Bayside Clubhouse, and I'm also a member of Clubhouse International faculty, and we were very excited to be here for Clubhouse Atlanta's first accreditation.
Okay. Well, for both of you, I guess we'll start with Damon. How many clubhouses are there, and how many are accredited?
So with Clubhouse International, accredited clubhouses that have met all the standards and gone through the process you're currently going through, there's roughly about 360 of them worldwide. So every continent other than Antarctica. Now we do obviously have what we call Clubhouse-like programs that are all around the world. We don't really have a firm count of that. There's probably another 100 or so that are either never going to be a program under Clubhouse International, or they might be like you guys were until this moment, something they're thinking about and looking at in the future.
Okay, thank you very much. And for you, Tracy, same question.
For how many clubhouses there is?
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Let's go on to the next one,
Sure.
perhaps. Okay. What is the accreditation process for clubhouses? Could you put that, please?
Sure. When clubhouses think about becoming a standards-based clubhouse, which is what we're talking about here, they apply with Clubhouse International, and then they are given what we call as a self-study. And that self-study goes over the 37 standards that the faculty and the other Clubhouse International members will vote on every 2 years. And the self-study based on those 37 standards is done as a group in your clubhouse. And you basically are answering the questions on how do you meet the standard, or maybe in some situations not meet the standard. And then that self-study is submitted to Clubhouse International. The accreditation team, which is Damon and myself, your faculty team, is then chosen about 3 months out, typically. Sometimes it can be as short as 2 months out. We're then given that self-study. And then when we come to your clubhouse, we use that self-study to evaluate how you're meeting those standards. Sometimes things can change between the self-study and when we come, and you guys have been an example of that because you were just transitioning from a different space before that. And so some of those things have changed. And so we're looking for what things have changed, and also just maybe to clarify some more information that was given on that self-study. And then that process is us coming to your clubhouse, right, for those 3 days. On the third day, we actually give you our preliminary findings. And the preliminary findings are telling you what we think that you have met, and in some cases not met those standards. And we give what we call recommendations. And every single recommendation is also met with a suggestion to make sure that you guys understand that we're just trying to make your clubhouse better. It isn't about telling you what's wrong. It's really supposed to be, strength-based, where hey, you might not be doing this 100% correct, but this is how you can meet that standard. And it's really important that we always tell clubhouses, we're not here to critique you, we're here to help you. And every recommendation will always make your clubhouse stronger.
Thank you. Okay, so your recommendations are to make them clubhouse better.
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you. Excellent. Okay, let's see, Damon. How does it feel to visit Disney clubhouses?
Well, for me being a member, it's just such a cool opportunity that, Clubhouse International flies me all over the place to go visit clubhouses. And it's really unique because every clubhouse I visit kind of two, and it sounds very different things, but two things happen.
Yes.
One is I feel right at home. this is a clubhouse. I know what a clubhouse is. It feels just very comfortable. But then they're also different. Everyone has a different amount of units or different amount of members. Some are big, some are small. But no matter what, I just learn a lot from the clubhouses I'm visiting. Even though I'm here to help them with their accreditation process, I take so much back to my own clubhouse that it's just a really cool opportunity.
Thank you very much. Okay. And same question with Tracy.
I agree with everything Damon said, but a funny thing that Clubhouse faculty say all the time is we're all thieves. So what I mean by that is we steal everything from clubhouses. I've never visited a clubhouse that I haven't stolen something from and taken back to my own clubhouse. And Damon and I talk about it all the time where like there's a job name for a task that we do, and we don't even know where it originated, but it's called germ warfare, and it's really literally just sanitizing like light switches and doorknobs and telephones.
Yes.
And I don't know that anyone knows where it originated, but a lot of clubhouses have it on their board. And I said to him, I don't even know where we stole it from because we're just such thieves. We're always going around and stealing all these ideas. And every conference we go to, every clubhouse we go to, it's such a community of sharing. And like when you have a common goal, you just tend to really draw off of other people's experiences. And Clubhouse is just such a good example of how we really like unite and help each other.
Okay, so invitation is the best practice model.
Absolutely. And I encourage people when they come to our clubhouse to do the same thing. I'm like, you want this? You want me to send you a copy of this? When you get it, let me know. I'll send it to you.
The opposite of school.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you very much for that answer. Good. Okay. How many people are on the accreditation team?
So when a clubhouse is going through the accreditation, they'll get a team that is comprised of 2 members. So that'll be a staff from a clubhouse and then a member from the clubhouse. Just like in your clubhouse, we're doing everything side by side. The same goes as far as accreditation. And we always make that to where it's people from different clubhouses. That way we bring different perspectives. Me and Tracy, we were talking, she's from a clubhouse that has an auspice agency. So kind of a governing agency that does other things besides just the clubhouse. I'm from a freestanding clubhouse, much like your guys.
Yes.
And so we can bring that different perspective, but also as a member, we're bringing a very different perspective because we have that lived experience. As far as faculty in general, though, there's about 120 faculty total.
Okay.
So we do, on average, 2 visits a year.
Okay.
And, some members or some staff are able to do more than that. I think at this point, I have about 4 accreditations I'm going to do this year, which is really exciting. But we're always looking for more people to join faculty because there's a lot of clubhouses and it's a lot of work. As Tracy went through that process, the entire process is almost 6 months that we're engaged with the clubhouse for that process. So it is a commitment, but it's just such a cool opportunity to get to, come and visit clubhouses.
Thank you. Okay. Let's see. Thank you. I see this question would be, it's for you. What's your favorite part of the process?
My favorite process of accreditation is for sure just going and seeing other clubhouses. I'll never be a point in my career, I've worked in my clubhouse for over 13 years. I don't think I'll ever be at a point in my career where I'll feel like I've seen enough clubhouses.
Okay.
So I really like going to the other clubhouses. I love meeting the members and staff. I love, again, seeing what they're doing that's unique and different. You see some of the same things at clubhouses and then you go and you're like, wow, why didn't I ever think of that? So it's really about like connecting with the members that I meet and saying, hey, how long have you been coming here? Like this morning, our natural conversation we had just sitting at the table, like, do you live on your own? Do you drive? Like, how do you get here? What do you do in your free time? Those are conversations I have with my members of Clubhouse. And we talk about Clubhouse being a big family, and those conversations are really natural like that.
Thank you very much. Okay. I guess
For me, I'll just add mine. Mine, I have kind of a couple, but the one I'll kind of talk about is really that first 10 minutes that I'm in the clubhouse, because it goes back to what I was saying before is, when you're in an actual clubhouse, like regardless of, you guys are not quite accredited yet, and we're working towards that process, but when you come in, you can get that sense of belonging, that sense of feeling very welcome, very home. And it doesn't matter whether I'm in Atlanta or when I visited a clubhouse in San Diego or my own clubhouse in Salt Lake, that you just have this sense of belonging. And I think that moment I just love that, where I'm like, okay, I'm in a whole brand new city, never been here before. I don't know anybody in this building. And I feel like I'm at home.
Okay.
I just love that moment.
So the camaraderie has continuity to the Clubhouse family. Right?
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. The final question we have for you all is, what happens when a clubhouse does not meet the standards? If that happens. Tracy?
It does happen. So I've never had the privilege of visiting a clubhouse that hasn't had at least one recommendation. So we don't like to say not meet the standard. What we do like to say is the word recommendation is just you're not meeting the standard, but in such a productive way that we're always giving suggestions. And you all will see tomorrow that we give a rationale on this is why the standard exists.
Yes.
We'll give what we call the current situation, which is this is what we observed when we're at the clubhouse. Okay. And then the recommendation is really just a rewording of the standard, but the suggestion is what you guys, that's the meat of the report. That's exactly what you guys want. The suggestion is going to say, look, you don't meet it, but you just have to do this to meet it. And then those are really cool ways for you guys to understand how to elevate your clubhouse and how to make your clubhouse better. And I always give an example from my own clubhouse, which is I'm going through accreditation. We're doing the self-study right now. We're due in the fall. And Damon and I both come from clubhouses that also get accredited. So that's, part of the experience too. But our last accreditation, we got 9 recommendations. Okay. And there's 37 standards and 9 was pretty big for us. We were like, oh, wow, 9. But every single suggestion that the faculty gave us has elevated our clubhouse and made it better. And things that we thought we were doing okay are just 10 times better now because someone had to kind of point out, well, you're doing this, but I think that if you do this, it will make it better. And every single standard that they called us out on has made our clubhouse better. So it becomes like where you really think you have a great clubhouse and then someone has to point out something that says, oh, and then you understand why you needed to elevate it or just level up a little bit.
Good, thank you.
I completely agree with Tracy. I was sad that, I think there is a big misconception around accreditation that we're kind of the gatekeepers that we're here to say, oh, you're doing this wrong and you can't be at Clubhouse. And it's not that at all. It's exactly like Tracy said. We are here to make you a better clubhouse. And, our clubhouse as well is always getting recommendations. And I feel like faculty, when they're visiting the clubhouse, they would be doing a clubhouse injustice if they didn't find things that a clubhouse could improve on.
Okay. So, thank you. So, refinements at the heart of the process, making things better by finding a more streamlined and effective way to do it. It's standard.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your help in our process.
We look forward to giving you some news tomorrow.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you for tuning into Mind Matters, Building Skills and Breaking Barriers, the Clubhouse Atlanta way. Remember to visit our website at www.clubhouseatlanta.org and enjoy even more great episodes like this one. Again, while you're there, subscribe to us at your favorite network. We look forward to you joining us again next time on Mind Matters, Building Skills and Breaking Barriers, the Clubhouse Atlanta way.